All right. Hey. Happy Eater. Happy Eater. Happy Eater. Happy Eater. Happy Eater. We're starting off with a good one today. Starting off with a good one. We're gonna do Easter horror stories, right? This is what we're gonna do. I'm not changing this up. So this is what we're gonna do. We're not gonna do anything else today. We are going to watch horror Easter animations, and then we're gonna watch this Minecraft horror thing that I found, and then we're gonna play Rocket League. All right. Then, all right. Nothing else. I'm not gonna do all Easter stuff because I'm gonna be honest. I don't really like Easter. But do it anyway. But you know, chilling. So, right, we're gonna start it off today, Easter, with Easter horror stories. Easter horror stories, you know what I mean? We're gonna. Whoa, we don't got a fucking. 3 very scary true Easter horror stories animated. It's very scary. We better watch out. Hold on, gotta turn that volume down. Started off good. Started off good here. Golly, that's loud. Oh my god! Oh my... Oh. Oh my god, that gives me like the chill. Ew! 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 Oh my god! What the fuck?
This happened on the night of Easter Sunday.
That's so ugly.
Brother and I had been...
Oh my god, that's like when you go through the mall and like go through a mall and you see the Easter bunny sitting there. Like the guy in the Easter bunny outfit, bro. It looks just so creepy. It looks so creepy. Oh my god, bro. What the fuck was that? That's
for a few years, living in an apartment about a 15-minute walk away from our parents. Every year, we would walk there to have dinner with our parents for Easter. Our apartment and our parents' house were separated by a fairly large park, but a trail went straight through it, which crossed under a bridge at about the halfway mark. It was early in the evening when my brother and I made our way through the park toward our parents. We weren't the only people out there, but it was becoming very empty. By the time we made it to the bridge, we hadn't seen anyone in a few minutes. That's when we started hearing something moving in the bushes.
Run. Turn and run.
We both stopped and looked all around, trying to see where the rustling was coming from.
Turn and run, bro.
We would get to see a raccoon or something crawling out of a bush, but we didn't find anything.
Imagine if we say the short person's name is who and the tall person's name is why. What? Who and why?
After a few seconds, we kept walking and passed under the bridge, and when we came out the other side, we heard a whistle. It sounded like it was...
I don't fuck with that. I hear too many horror stories to be messing around under a bridge at nighttime with whistling, bro. You ever seen those YouTube videos where the people are waiting for people to walk? The guys are waiting for people to walk by, and they're in like a clown outfit, and they smash like some like it's probably like a sack full of juice, but like they hit it with a hammer, and it looks like they're crushing. Oh my god, dude, that's horrible. If you ever watch those YouTube videos growing up, either you're a psycho or I just feel bad for you. I don't know, dude. You just stumbled
Person
upon him
whistling.
once.
Not a bird or anything. We just ignored it and kept walking, picking up the pace quite a bit to exit the park as soon as possible. We eventually made it to our parents' place a few minutes later,
W.
but by then, we were able to joke about how we'd gotten so spooked out by essentially nothing. We soon forgot about it as we had Easter dinner with our family and stayed for a few hours to catch up and hang out with everyone. Once it was starting to get late, people started to head home, so my brother and I followed suit. While saying our goodbyes, I talked
Bro,
with my brother
drive. Bro, if it's nighttime, bro, drive.
an Uber home and avoiding the walk through the pathway since it was late. He told me I was overreacting and convinced me that nothing would happen, and so we left the house and re-entered
That is the
park.
shittiest brother ever. Oh my lord, would I, like, oh my lord, I'd punch someone. Bro, I'd punch someone in the face. If I'm like, yo, this is creepy, I'm not going that way. And you're like, you're overreacting. Boom, motherfucker. I swear. Man, if anyone ever said that to me, I would lose my mind. I would lose my mind. In a real life scenario.
As we were walking, it was pitch black. There weren't any streetlights around, so we had to use the flashlights for
Already just a no. Yo, if there's not a streetlight in the direction that you're going, you are going the wrong direction. If there's no working lights in your vicinity, you are not going the way that you should be going. You know? You should not be going that way. Why the fuck are you going that way? Oh my god, I have so
our
much
phones
pent-up
to
anger
guide
right
us
now.
home. I never walked through the park this late at night and had always found it relaxing and peaceful, but without light, the whole place was creepy as hell. I was about to say something to my brother about how we should have gotten a ride, but just at that moment, we heard something nearby.
No,
It was
bro.
the same rustling sounds we heard before, but in the darkness, so it felt twice as loud. A few seconds later, we heard the whistle again too.
Run back, bro.
A chill ran down my spine.
Run back, bro.
And I
Run
know
away.
my brother felt it too. That's
Run.
when we both started speed walking.
Best case scenario in this instance, it is a bunch of kids playing a prank on you. That is best case scenario, okay? Worst case scenario, it's a guy who wants to kill you.
Down the path, we knew we were almost halfway home when we saw the bridge, but we didn't slow down. We walked into the tunnel and hurried to the other side, making it out in half the time it usually took us. Getting out of there never felt so relieving. That is until we heard the whistle again.
You don't stop until you're home and inside. I wouldn't even go home at that point.
It sounded
Nope.
like it was right behind us.
I would not
We
go
looked
home at that
over our
point.
shoulders at the same time and saw it. There stood a man standing at the other side of the tunnel. He was dressed as the Easter Bunny, but he was holding an axe. Something about the sight of him made us stop dead in our tracks. Frozen with fear, we looked at him, then at each other, then back at him, trying to make sense of it.
What's up with that guy? Maybe he works at the mall? Sure, because every
Wait a minute.
To make sense of fear, we looked at something about the sight of his shoulders at the same time and saw it. There stood a man standing at the other side of the tunnel. He was dressed as the Easter Bunny, but he was holding an axe.
Ooh, I'm gonna get mad. Ooh, I'm gonna get mad. This guy is on a shitty track record right now. He has a really bad track record. Maybe he works at the mall or something. But he's holding an axe? Man, maybe he's a lumberjack. Maybe he chops down trees for a living.
Something about the sight of him made us stop dead in our tracks. Frozen with fear, we looked at him, then at each other, then back at him, trying to make sense of it.
What's up with that guy? Maybe he works at the mall? Sure, because every kid wants a picture with the Easter Bunny about to chop their head off. Oh shit. Yo, let's get out of here. Ah, damn it, my ankle! Shit!
Of course, bro, you sprain your ankle at that moment.
Get up! Get up! I can't! Shit, he's running towards us! Stay away! Stay away! Help!
No way! Yo. Oh my god!
I didn't want to leave my brother behind, but I didn't have a choice. I had to get to safety and call for help when I made it out of the park. Didn't have a choice. I had to get to safety.
That's what he gets, bro. That's what he gets for oh, nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen at all. My mic is not off. Stop trolling.
Call for help when I made it out of the park. I called the police and then my parents. Minutes later, the police arrived and escorted me back to where we were attacked. By then, it was a nightmare. There was blood everywhere, and my brother's body had been completely destroyed, hacked to pieces and scattered across the pavement. All that, but no sign of the Bunny Man. There have been no arrests since it happened. It was labeled as an urban legend on the internet, but those people act like my brother wasn't murdered. They act like I don't still hear his screams every night, like I didn't listen to his voice getting further away as I ran while he was begging for his life.
His ass should have wanted a fucking Uber, maybe. Dog. My mic is not off. I'm slamming my desk and it's unpausing the video. I don't mean it. My mic is not off. My mic is not off. And I swear, man, it is not off. It is not off.
For this Easter, it was only fitting that we revisit the infamous Bunny Man Bridge urban legend. For those of you who haven't heard of the Bunny Man, he was a notorious killer that wore a white wrap.
That's real? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh.
Suit. And at the stroke of midnight, lore has it that if you speak his name 3 times, he'll appear. Bunny Man,
Dog.
Bunny Man, Bunny Man. But don't expect to survive. He'll slash your throat and leave your body dangling from the bridge. Another rendition of the Bunny Man was that he was a spirit of an escaped mental patient who haunts the railroad bridge, living in the woods near the bridge where he ate rabbits, taxidermy, that kind of thing, and wearing their skins like Leatherface, and leaving their remains hanging in the trees. There are plenty of versions of the Bunny Man Bridge legend, all equally eerie, making the 1-lane tunnel of Colchester Road such a popular
Who that is that Bunny Man?
That police stake it out every year, chasing off trespassers searching for a scare. The Bunny Man Bridge was featured in the Fox documentary, Scariest Places on Earth, and has been mentioned countless times across the internet.
Dude, no, man. I hope that's just a legend, bro. Alright, check the Discord. Dog, ew.
Been no arrests since it happened. It was labeled as an urban legend on the...
I wasn't talking, motherfucker. I wasn't fucking talking. It's not because my mic was muted. Do you see my lips moving? I don't. My mic is on. Stop fucking with me. I'm gonna... Most disturbing Easter dinner. I'm not gonna punch this monitor because I really
My
like
wife
this
and I
monitor.
had 3 sons, and they had plenty of cousins, aunts, and uncles to grow up around. Our house was the biggest in the family.
If
so
I had
everyone
money,
came
I
over
would
whenever
for a
we
funny,
hosted a
for a
holiday like
funny clips, funny clips. You know what I mean?
New Year's, or a birthday party. So when it was Easter Sunday, we invited
Yeah, what's up?
everyone over for dinner. It was always a good time, but there was one person in the mix that I didn't want to be in the mix. It was my brother. His name was Robert, and he had always been an outcast in the family.
I hate
He was
guys
a
named
weirdo
Robert.
when we were
Just
growing
kidding.
up, and it only got worse
just
as the
kidding.
years went by. He dropped out of school and was never capable of being
Yo, if your name's Robert, just don't talk to me, bro. Just don't talk to me, man. Robert. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
So he just went from job to job his whole life, never finding his footing in anything. About 5 years ago, his luck finally ran out. He was broken in debt, with no job, no car, and no place to live. Being the caring brother I am, I didn't hesitate to let him stay with us when he asked for help. The only thing Robert seemed to be good at was scaring my kids with his creepy behavior and leeching off me and my wife. For the most part, all he did was
and then you try to kick him out, and then you try to kick him out, and then it's like a leech, bro. And then it's like, oh, you just can't get it off of you, bro.
sleep in his room all day, watching TV with the door locked and only coming out when he absolutely needed to. I just didn't want my brother to be homeless, but everyone,
Some people gotta be homeless, bro.
and I mean everyone,
Sometimes it gotta
wanted
happen.
me to kick him out. My wife was pissed at both of us. My kids were begging me to get rid of the creepy man sleeping in the room next to them, and even my relatives were baffled by my inaction.
Check the Discord. Dog, it's gonna be... What is this? I never want to see that shit again. Fuck, send that shit again. I'm gonna be mad.
The few times that Robert tried to hang out with us, it was unbearably awkward. His interests were all macabre, graphic stuff I didn't want my kids to be exposed to, so I often shut down his attempts at conversation. All in all, Robert's life was a shit show. When Easter came around, we were hosting.
That's kind of
as
sad,
usual,
though.
with me, my wife, our kids, and all the relatives. There were close to 20 people attending the celebration for Easter Sunday. Everything was good for a while. We painted eggs, did the traditional egg hunt, and got everyone to sit in the living room and watch a movie together. For hours, there was no sign of Robert. My wife and her sister started getting dinner ready.
Robert.
When they heard a loud thump coming from upstairs. It sounded like Robert had stepped out of his room swinging the door.
I thought I heard
open.
something in my room.
That's when he came downstairs and asked for a glass of water. As I began to pour Robert a glass, he leaned down to my son and started talking to him in a low voice. My wife snapped at me to go stop him, so I quickly got between them and sent Robert back upstairs.
Wait, what happened? I'm sorry. I was getting creeped out.
Glass. He leaned down to my son and started talking to him in a low voice. My wife snapped at me to go stop him, so I quickly got between them and sent Robert back upstairs as kindly as I could. The guy then gave me a death stare from hell, and then marched up the stairs like
Isn't
a
he your
demented
brother?
12-year-old would, except he was in his 40s. About 2 hours later, all the food was ready, and we got all the guests to sit at the table. Everyone was talking excitedly about how good the food was.
Guys,
This is
I
the
know you all
final
wanna
time.
eat.
This is the final time I'm checking the Discord. I got, yeah, that's actually for... That's... I actually like that guy.
So it's time to say grace, okay?
Time to say grace.
Now?
I can probably just fix him a plate. Hey, buddy, we didn't forget about you. Just
So we were
thought
saying
you
grace.
Wouldn't want to come down. Robert, what are you doing with that? No, no, no!
It was so unreal. I walked among the remains of my family for hours, looking into their paralyzed faces, watching their blood pool together and seep through the floorboards, smelling their final emissions, like the breath of death itself was on my cheek. I knew it was wrong, I knew it was a monstrous thing to do, yet some people go their whole lives without accomplishing anything. I knew half the people I took out were just like that. Unimportant, unmemorable, doomed to be forgotten by history. I was going to be one of them too, but I changed that. It's not that I enjoyed it.
Oh my
It
God.
wasn't like scratching an itch. It was more like flipping that light switch off and on 3 times just so you can stop thinking about it. I only felt hollow relief, but I couldn't go for another second without it. Still, I wasn't going to be a coward and try to avoid the
Now it's the
consequences
voice of
my
this guy? He typed in 311, not 911.
Listen to me. I am at 635 Minor Avenue. My family was having their Easter dinner, and I did something bad. Something very, very bad.
Sir, what did you do? Sir? Sir? Hello, sir?
I walked outside and waited for the police on the porch. I wanted to get one last breath of free air before they put me away forever. It took the police 10 precious minutes to arrive.
They're not gonna put you away, bro. They're gonna kill you.
I've never seen the outside world. This story was inspired by a horrific incident that occurred on Easter Sunday. A 41-year-old man named James Rupert took out 11 members of his own family in his mother's house in Ohio. Rupert was found guilty.
Only in Ohio.
And received 2 life
I'm
sentences
sorry.
to be served consecutively.
2
He was
life
moved to
sentences.
Franklin Medical Center in Columbus, Ohio
Only 2 life sentences.
in 2000.
He killed his entire family, and he only got so much as 2 life sentences. A life sentence is 25 years. If I am correct. A life sentence is 25 years, and he only got 50 years.
19. Because of his declining health, James eventually passed away from natural causes on June 4th of 2022, while incarcerated at the Franklin Medical Center. Rupert was 88 at the time. The night before the murders, James went out as he did nearly every night. At a cocktail lounge, he talked with an employee saying he was frustrated with his mother's demands on him and his impending eviction, and that he quote-unquote needed to solve the problem. According to Bishop, Rupert stated that his mother had complained that if he could afford to buy beer 7 nights a week, he could afford to pay the rent.
But is she wrong? If you could afford to drink 7 nights a week, you could pay rent once a month. Is he wrong? Is she wrong? Spooky. What the fuck? Dude, you gotta stop doing this shit, man. You gotta stop doing this shit, bro. Hold up. That's good. That's so good. Just so it's more high quality. What the fuck are you watching? It's a great question to ask.
This happened
I don't
around
know.
Easter, which
Watching
still
Easter horror
traumatizes me
stories,
till
though.
this day. I used to do community work at this old church a few years ago. It was more than just a place of worship. It was my home. I grew up in a very religious family where Sunday Mass was non-negotiable. Holidays were all-day affairs, and praying was an everyday thing. I knew everyone in the church, from the nuns to the choirs, the priest, Father Michael, and a lot of regulars that came to pray. We were basically a tight-knit community, which I would consider my family to some degree. Then, things began to change. One of the nuns who we'll call Sister Agnes started to look off, like
Sister
more gaunt and
Agnes.
pale than usual.
Sister Agnes?
Yes,
Is everything okay?
yes.
Yes. Everything.
Sister
is
Agnes,
just
dog, what's going on?
fine. No problems at all. What a lovely day it is, right? Yeah.
That is just not normal. If any human came up to me, started talking like that, I'm walking the other direction.
It is a lovely day.
The week leading up to Easter was a whirlwind. We were all working overtime, getting the church ready for the big day. I was helping clean the restrooms, and Sister Agnes was looking particularly frail. The priest, Father Michael, was with her.
There's restrooms in a church? I'm sorry, I haven't been to church, like, in a very long time. The churches have restrooms? Is that a dumb question? That's probably a dumb question.
So I didn't worry too much as he was looking after her. That was how it was for the next few days. And before I knew it, it was...
Is it me? Is it me? That's good.
Easter Sunday.
I love that.
However,
I love that.
It wasn't at all what I expected. What was supposed to be a big celebration.
Did I show it? I forgot if I showed it. I should. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea.
Nightmare. When I made my way to the church for the mass, I saw nothing but police cars everywhere. The church was cordoned off. No mass, just the cops and that awful sinking feeling in my stomach. Then, the news broke. Sister Agnes had been taken out. She was allegedly punctured about 30 times, with an inverted cross carved into her chest. At first, I couldn't believe it. It was something out of a horror movie. Far from the peaceful church I had always adored, I broke down, sobbing and shaking. How could this happen? Who could do something so evil? The whole neighborhood was in shock. Everyone was whispering about how it could have been a cult or something that did this to her. But over time, there were no leads or suspects. It became a cold case, and everyone just went back to living their normal lives. But I was still terrified. I couldn't even walk past the church without getting nervous.
Yeah, I wouldn't step foot in that near that church, bro.
Just to feel safe.
Yeah,
it took
good.
me 3 years before I could even think about going back there. But eventually, I did. But it wasn't the same. Something about the whole situation just didn't sit right with me. During one night after Mass, I stayed to catch up with Father Michael. I waited for him to complete his churchly obligations. And when everyone else had left the church, it was just me and Father Michael. We started catching up.
W. Father Michael.
Days, stuff like that. I know that it should have been comforting for me, but for reasons I couldn't explain, something was off. What happened next caught me off guard. One moment, we were sitting down and socializing, and the next, he suddenly lunged at me, bear hugging me like a wild animal, while cackling like a lunatic.
Dog, let go of me!
I screamed as hard as I could, hoping someone could hear me and come to my aid. Shut up! Shut up! Shut the hell up or you're gonna end up like her! I couldn't believe what I was hearing or what was happening. All I could do was fight back like a cornered animal. But I couldn't do much as he was much stronger than me.
Yo, imagine, got full mount, right? Right? Boom! 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 Yo. That's crazy. That would be sick. Redo the oil. No.
He pinned me to the ground and held me there. All I could do was kick.
Oh wait, this time smile and try to do it as best as you can.
All
right, after this video, I will.
Basically in survival mode. After several minutes, I managed to break.
Can you watch my house walkthrough after this? All right.
Break free, getting away from him. I ran like my life depended on it. He was chasing after me, pleading for me to stop like a lunatic. I felt like a trapped animal waiting to be slaughtered. I ran for the front door of the church, not knowing the caretaker already had it locked. But before Father Michael could catch up to me, I ran to the side hallway and was able to find an exit. I got the hell out of there and ran until I arrived home. I locked all the doors and windows, sobbing and shaking. I called the police, telling them everything that had happened. When they
acted like a zebra for a second.
They arrived at the church. They immediately arrested him and brought him to jail.
Gotta stop going to church after that. What you mean nasty? Not nasty. Do you have 2 or 3 monitors? I have 3 monitors.
When the horrible truth came out, the news reports and police investigations pushed the authorities to reopen the case of Sister Agnes. It was later found out that Father Michael had been hearing voices in his head, and that they were allegedly too impossible for him to ignore,
Bro,
causing
schizo.
him to act in a rage and take her out in a twisted, ritualistic way. He took a knife and did what he did 30 times. When authorities asked him why he pierced an inverted cross on her, he said he did it because he wanted to make it seem as if there was a satanic ritual that took place, so that there was no heat on him. But all along, it was him. He'd been hiding in plain sight.
That's
Poor
crazy.
Sister Agnes, she didn't stand
That's
a chance.
crazy.
This story was inspired
That is
by a horrific
insane.
Easter incident that happened on Holy Saturday in Ohio and involved a nun and a priest. In April 1980, Sister Margaret Ann Paul was found in the chapel of Toledo Mercy Hospital. She had been pierced by a sharp object over 30 times, including 9 wounds in the form of an inverted cross, and covered with an altar cloth. The scene was made to look like a satanic ritual that had taken place.
That is
It took 2 decades for the
crazy.
slaying to be solved, in which time the case went cold and was only reopened after a woman accused a priest of ritual.
Nah,
infinite
see,
torment.
so here, I'll explain after
That
this video.
priest/culprit was Father Gerald Robinson, the same priest who had conducted Margaret's funeral service. He was finally arrested in 2006 and sentenced to life in prison, where he later passed in 2014.
That is creepy, dog. What the fuck? This is so messed up. All of this is so messed up. Ooh. What the hell? So basically, I almost hit the end stream button. So basically, my OBS is on the left, right? My OBS is on the left. Obviously, this is my main monitor. What I'm looking at is in my main monitor. My Twitch chat is on the top of my left monitor, and my YouTube chat's on the bottom. Alright, I'll try to do it as good as possible. You always drag Discord from the left. So is Discord. So no, basically Discord is minimized. I drag it here and I minimize it. So then I open it and I drag it over here. So I drag to my other monitor, minimize it. Yeah. Wait, How do I do this? Good workflow. I'm chilling. Okay. Alright, I got this. Hold on. Hold on. I'm not doing it yet. I'm not doing it yet. That's the best I could do it. That's the best I could do it, bro. That's the best I could do it. Yo, check Luffy. W, man's right there. Look, it's animated. Oh my god, I'm playing with the water. Oh, wait. Oh, you're not even saying it. Oh my god, the water's moving when I'm moving my mouse near it. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's so cool. So awesome. Yeah, it's so awesome. Yeah, it is. So awesome. Anyways. My house walkthrough? What? What is this? This is... What the fuck? But also with my OBS being on the left, I check to make sure the chat is popping up under my face because that's what I'm looking at. What is that? What the fuck is that? Nah, I'm already... First off, what are these pages on the wall? What is that? I'm turning it down. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm turning it down. would live in a house like this? Who in God's name would live in a house like this? Oh my God. Yo, it's gonna be jump scares or something. It's gonna be jump scares or something. What the fuck? This is the altar and ancestors. Okay. Sick. Sick. W. W ancestors. W altar. This is a picture from around the time of World War II. Okay, okay. What the fuck? This room was closed up by my grandfather. Picture of my mother when she was a child. Why am I hearing music? No, why am I hearing music? How many hallways are in this house, by the way? How many hallways are in like a traditional Japanese house? I mess with Japanese houses though, for real. Cause like, I don't know, I just like the open concept of them. Cause I saw this one. Cause I saw this one house. It was basically all sliding doors. I don't know what they call. I don't know what it's called. He just said it, But it was basically just an open house. But all of them were sliding doors. Basically what you're looking at, but like you can open all the doors and it's just 4 big squares. And I honestly think that's so sick. I don't know. I really like that. Tatami mats are terribly damaged. How many views does this video have? 4.8 mil. Fusuma sliding door. That's what it is. It looks like it's kind of repeating itself. I want to release the Big Kev jump scare palette. Bro. Wait. It's literally repeating itself. That's the bathroom. It's literally repeating. After this one, I'm watching this Minecraft thing that I had, like, that people I kept seeing. This room was closed up by my grandfather. Wait, didn't we already see that, though? Wait, it's literally... It's repeating. Oh my god, is that blood? I'm low-key scared. Oh my lord! Wait, the bathroom's open now. There are rats' nests above the ceiling. Oh my lord, that is just disgusting. Just keep repeating it. It just keeps repeating himself. What the fuck? Wait, what the fuck? Ah! It's exactly 12 minutes long. There's not like a body in this, right? There's not like a body, is there? Because if there's a dead body, I don't know if I could show that. After this, I'm watching like a Minecraft horror thing that I saw one time. Your grandmother's mannequin? If there's a body in this, I don't know if I could show it. Watching Nerf War? We'll see. There are various types of dolls. A doll room. Oy! I don't trust it, bro. The bathroom again. It keeps repeating. The walls, yeah, dude, it just keeps repeating. What is this, Infinity House? For real though, is it Infinity House? What was that big ass crack? Do you not like it? No, I don't. Why is it getting sideways now? I'm scared. Wait, there's no face anymore. Well, yeah, no, I know this is a prop house. This is all a horror thing. There's no way this is like a real thing. I never assumed that this was a real thing. But like, yeah, dude, this is a sick video. It's just scary. What is that? These dolls are rotten. Oh my god, bro. It's so tense. What the fuck? Is that the mannequin? Hold up. Oh my god, hold on. I don't like how quick he fucking turns, dude. It's the longest hallway in my house. Have you ever seen that username 666 video? No. Oh my god, I hate this. Oh! Oh my god! What the fuck? What the fuck, bro? Chat, Granny is fucking like... Granny has been laying there a while, man. She's been asleep. Oh, am I about to see Grandpa next? You watching Nerf videos? This is getting a bit too gruesome. I'm watching Minecraft after this stuff. Oh my god, yo. I'm low-key scared. Yo. What the fuck? I don't think there's gonna be any jump. No, I'm not shaking. That's just so weird. Yeah, surely Minecraft ain't that scary, but like, yo. Not this video.
Whatever you
It's
do.
40 minutes. I've seen so much on this. Y'all probably seen this. Y'all probably seen this. It's 24 million views. Yes, I'm willing to watch a 40-minute video, but like I heard this is good. I heard it's good. I've heard this is good, and I want to look at it and I want to watch it, so I want to see it. Like, I don't know, I've heard this, I've seen this, just like whatever you do, don't at the crossroads, don't turn left. I've like heard this, and I don't know what the fuck it is, but like I really want to watch it. I really want to see it.
Whatever you do at the crossroads, don't turn left.
Searching for a world that doesn't exist, though.
This is the first line in a book that Avery claims he did not write. 2 weeks ago, a YouTube channel called Avery the Mayo uploaded a YouTube video titled Weird Book I Did Not Write, where he shows us a mine that supposedly he never built.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Inside
pause
the
this.
mine is a chest.
I'm gonna let
that
this keep
Avery
going
did
unless
not
it's a
place,
really like
and
crazy
inside
moment.
The chest is a book that Avery did not write. Inside the book is a very strange message. Whatever you do at the crossroads, don't turn left.
Y'all hear that?
be
Don't turn
fooled.
left at the
It's
crossroads.
listening. You can't outsmart it. It's listening to me. It's watching me. It isn't from this world. At the crossroads, don't turn left.
Don't
At the
turn left at crossroads, dude.
Don't turn left.
Bro, I think
At the
I get it.
crossroads, don't turn left.
I think he gets it,
At the
bro. He's not gonna turn left at the
don't
crossroads, man.
Turn left. Over and over, followed by a sequence of numbers. And
Remember
that's
these
it.
numbers.
It seems impossible that a whole mine just appears in your world without your knowledge, but Avery explains in the description of the video that the laptop he's playing on is from a storage locker. It already had Minecraft installed, and this world already existed, but when Avery first loaded it up, it was just a normal world. He only now discovered this mine a few hundred blocks from his house. So, in that case, what is this book? The contents are strange, and it's not evident what they refer to. If anything, they just sound like some crazy rambling. But the numbers at the end
What would
are
y'all do,
clearly
though, if
some
this
sort of
happened in your
code,
world?
So maybe we can solve
Would y'all
it and
delete it?
figure
Would y'all
out
stop
what this
playing
book is
Minecraft
talking
forever?
about. Except we can't. The numbers go higher than 26, so it's not any alphabetical code. There are 4 sections, not 3, so it isn't coordinates. And in fact, there's not a single cipher that comes up as a good match for this code. If it is a code, it's unlike any code I've ever seen, and I wasn't able to decipher it.
It
So,
was
is
called
that it? A
Screamboat
strange
Willie.
one-off YouTube video?
What
and
would
a dead
I
end?
do?
Not
I'd
quite,
smash my
because
computer.
for 2 frames at
I'd
the very
quit.
end of the video, Avery's inventory flashes a random pattern of blocks, and this time there is a code. Because taking the first letter of the name of every block and capitalizing it if there is more than one, you get a string. A string that perfectly matches the length of a Google Drive link, that when you enter, takes you to a folder. And this is where the true mystery begins. The mystery of a Minecraft world that doesn't exist.
What?
Opening the
Yo.
video named Footage 1, we can see a player in the exact same spot Avery was in the last video, except now he has way more items than he had last time. Presumably this is from his house, and he's come to use this mine in survival as part of this world. The book is now gone from the chest, but it could be that Avery just burned it because it creeped him out, or it's just this book in his inventory. Regardless, Avery lines up with the other strip mine and begins to start a new one into the wall, but when he does, he finds this. Nothing weird, it's just a cave, and Avery walks in to begin exploring, until he stops and sees this. It's hard to make
What do you
out, but as
say?
he walks closer, we can see what it is. Moss and grass. This is immediately a red flag, because this kind of terrain does not generate in caves. Avery checks underneath it, but there's nothing else either. And when he
Cat.
runs back to
They-
grab
it
his
does
torches,
generate
he
in
notices
caves.
yet another patch of moss in the corner of the cave. Again, not natural, but not leading anywhere either. It's only when he heads back down the cave does he see it. A tree. Avery approaches the clump of greenery, and
Okay,
there
that
it is.
doesn't spawn
a tree,
underground.
unlike any other oak tree in the entire game.
Dog.
Whatever this is, it isn't normal. Avery backtracks a bit, and we get a better look at this shrub, for lack of a better word. And after some hesitation and circling around it, Avery decides to try mining the tree. And he does. With no problem. It looks just like a normal tree, except normal trees don't generate underground. And it's not the only one. As Avery goes deeper and deeper into the cave, he passes larger and larger patches of greenery, coming across more shrubs, and even more trees, and even more moss.
Someone has a whole
He pauses to
ecosystem
talk at
under
one
here, for
point,
real.
But instead of commenting on the trees, he brings up something else. It's weird, we've only seen stone. And I guess he's right. The walls of this cave
Wait,
don't
that's
have
true,
any
though.
diorite, granite,
We have only
andesite, or
seen
ores,
stone.
but come on, there's a
There hasn't
bigger
been any
elephant in the
ores
room
or any,
here.
like,
At some
gravel
point,
at
though,
all,
Avery's
or any
wish gets
andesite.
granted,
Oh,
and the
look.
cave turns into terracotta, tuff, and deep slate. The greenery gets larger and larger, with the trees growing bigger and bigger. Until finally, Avery reaches the end.
What the fuck? Bro, who built this? Nah, listen, I know this video is like, I know I said I wasn't going to pause much until something important happens, but I gotta say this. Whoever, you know what, I'm not going to pause, I'm just going to say it. Whoever built this is the most, has so much patience and very skilled.
Avery stops for several long seconds, just taking everything in. The room is a giant cave of green, with strange, unnaturally large trees forming a staircase on the back wall. The floor is covered in a massive field of moss, scattered with the strange trees we saw earlier. Avery slowly heads down the cavern wall, being careful not to take too much damage while maneuvering his way to the bottom. He looks around in awe as he explores the chamber, and from closer up, we can see a tunnel right between the massive tree gates. Avery searches around the trees for a few minutes, seemingly mesmerized by the build, and we can see that these gates are made of trees stacked on trees stacked on trees, made of spruce, mud, and oak. But the question here is obvious. What is this place? This kind of terrain obviously doesn't generate naturally, so who made it and how does it just appear in Avery's world? Well, if there's any answer to that question, it's through this tunnel, there, right? Because finally Avery decides to stop sightseeing and heads down the tunnel.
Yeah, get on in there.
Of the room.
I wouldn't.
Avery walks.
Bro, I wouldn't if I saw this in my world. If it randomly appeared in my world,
every few steps.
I would absolutely
the world is
not.
Single
I would
player.
Absolutely not
At
go
least
in here.
It seems that way until this happens. Something is wrong. It's almost impossible to notice, but at the far edge of the tunnel, the first pair of torches have suddenly been wiped out. Avery stares for a few seconds.
God, it's gotta get me scared,
walking.
you know what I mean? I'm kind of on edge.
Another pair of torches is gone.
Yo, Avery, you gotta get out of there, bro.
Torches turning off.
I'm not scared of torches turning off. I'd be scared, dog. What are you talking about? I'd be scared shitless, dude.
But I already heard you in the...
I don't like that sound.
I'm not scared of a game.
I'm scared of a fucking game. Jumps. Bro, just really, like, how down bad do you have to be to play Minecraft that you go into this shit? Oh, yo, I'm blue as hell. Oh, never mind, we good.
I don't know why I just jumped down. I wasn't scared, but I felt compelled. I've never felt like that in my life. What is going on here? Things just went from strange to incredibly creepy in a matter of seconds. This doesn't just happen on a normal world, but Avery did say he found this world on a computer he got from a storage locker. So maybe this is just a world that the old owner of this computer created, and it's just some strange adventure horror map. Case closed.
Real.
Except it's not, because
is this
the
a real map that people
aren't
can
the
play?
only thing in this Google Drive folder. If you remember, there's also this PDF, and opening it, we see this. My exploration into a strange tunnel I found in my Minecraft world. I've been playing this world for a while and just discovered this. This is my documentation of the search. Notably, when I installed Minecraft, this world came pre-created.
My bad.
Always thought that was a little strange, but I'm not really sure. This seems okay enough, but remember what Avery said earlier. He found this computer in a storage locker with Minecraft installed. Not he installed Minecraft and this world was there. Admittedly, Apparently, it's a pretty small difference, but still, why the conflicting stories? Something you may have also noticed that I can't explain is why Avery's name is now censored. He wasn't censored in the previous videos, but now he's both hidden his name and changed his skin. Almost like
weird.
he's hiding from something. But there's still a lot more of this footage, and if you want to figure out what's happening in this world, why it exists, and what it has to do with Avery, we have to keep watching as Avery runs from whatever it is that's hiding in this
Oh, bro,
world.
Lapis, you gotta grab that.
Avery says he has to keep moving, even if he doesn't exactly know
Maybe he
why.
knows something
and
he
the
didn't
only
tell
way
us.
to go is down. Avery
Maybe.
takes a leap into the giant pool of water before him and swims down into a junction of tunnels. After some hesitation,
This is
he
like some
burrows
cave
himself
diving
in the left
shit.
wall for air before swimming down the left tunnel. He continues to navigate through the dark water, the tunnel getting narrower and narrower, with no end in sight. Until it opens into a giant cavernous room with just enough space at the top to get a bit
Goddamn,
of air.
no, don't
When
die,
Avery
Avery!
descends again, we can see tunnel openings sprawling across the walls.
Avery almost
Avery
died.
scans
Oh,
around.
shit.
There's no marker of where to go, just tunnels upon tunnels as far
I'd
as
pick
the eye
that
can
one.
see. And then he hears it. The same sound
Average
as when the
cave
whispers
noise.
played previously. Avery rushes to dig into the wall, and as he blocks himself in, we can hear the whispers again. Quieter, but still there, as if
Right.
they're passing by him. When the coast is clear, Avery digs out. But now what? He has no choice but to gamble on a tunnel and hope it's correct. He scans the walls again, no obvious sign of which one to pick. So finally,
Why don't you listen to the
rolls the
voices?
dice.
Maybe they'll tell you. Maybe he like
tunnel leads
knows.
to another junction, and again,
Maybe he
after
knows
a
which
slight
tunnel to go in because he
hesitation,
made this
Avery
world.
goes
I'm just trying to
left.
think of shit.
The tunnel continues.
He made this world and he's like just trolling us.
Getting narrower and narrower
This is so interesting.
and
I actually love
narrower,
this.
until finally
I thought bro hit a dead end. Is that the overworld? Is he back up? Oh. I thought that was the
he
overworld.
finds himself in the oasis.
The Oasis. It has a name
Avery
now?
looks around the room, strangely almost peaceful. He's in the middle of a square pond, flanked on all sides by the same uncanny trees. He stares off at the water for a second before towering up and getting a good look around. Nothing but trees as far as the eye can see. For a moment, he pauses. Before something snaps, and he crafts a boat to get to the center of the lake. Without hesitation, he dives down into the tunnel and plugs up the hole. He makes another trip for good measure, plugging it even further.
Bro.
If this thing comes through here again, it has to break that. But I need to explore.
What
He sails
thing?
back to the edge of the lake. What it can't avoid doing is loading the chunk. Avery chops a few trees and crafts a hopper with the spare iron in his inventory. His plan is simple. Set a trap for the thing following him. But wait, did I miss something? Because how does he know that something is following him? Sure,
Yeah.
those torches turned off, and yeah, we heard those noises before.
That's
but
what I was
there's actually
asking.
an even stronger piece of evidence I haven't mentioned. Remember when Avery said this? I already heard you in the cave. Well, it took me a second to figure out what exactly he meant, but then I heard this. It's almost
Yo, he's
impossible
smart!
to make out, but on a
Yo,
few
he's
separate
smart, for
instances,
real.
while Avery was walking
Yo,
in
Avery,
that
you
original
smart as
cave,
shit,
he would
dog.
randomly pause for a second or two, and now we know why. He was listening. Every time he paused for just a brief moment, you could hear
I didn't realize
footsteps on the
that.
stone behind him. stopping just a fraction of a second too late to be quiet. But okay, if something is somehow really following Avery in a single-player world, how can he stop it, or at least get it to reveal itself? Well, that's exactly what he's doing right now. Like he said, he needs time to look around and explore this world, but while he's gone, anything can just swim through the hole and replace the blocks to make it look like nothing happened. But if Avery turns down his render distance and puts items in this hopper, if he then goes far enough away and unloads the chunk, the only way for the hopper to be empty when he returns is if something loaded the chunk while he was gone. And then, whatever was following him would be exposed. The trap is set. Now, it's time to explore.
Real, that is smart as shit, Avery. Now, that's smart. How does the kid think of this, bro? Kinda jamming.
Avery walks through the trees, avoiding the lake so as to not load the chunk. Every inch of this place looks exactly the same. The same gray floor, the same strange trees. Everywhere he looks, there's nothing. Until, just in the corner of the screen, there's a sign. But it's hard to spot, and Avery doesn't seem to see it, and he keeps walking. Then he pauses. Interesting. That's the third sign we've seen so far. What?
I haven't
Where?
noticed.
Third sign? I've only seen this one, but it turns out he's right. Going back and re-watching the footage, just barely hidden in the corners of the screen are two other signs.
Yo,
Avery
why is
crossed
Avery
earlier in
like
the
the
recording,
smartest
though he
person
gave no
alive?
indication at the time that he noticed them. Avery goes back to all three signs. All of them are blank, so I don't know what to make of it, but Avery seems to be satisfied, and he explains why. These signs all seem to point to one place. Both of these angled ones point in the same direction. And he's right. If you line up a coordinate grid with the location and rotation of the signs, you get this. So he's right, all of them point a certain way, and if you trace out their intersection, it hits one specific point. He also pulls off this brilliant move, which you rarely see from these protagonists, by turning the difficulty to peaceful because he ran out of food. Absolutely genius. But with that said, he returns to the lake to check on his contraption. And nothing showed up. Items are still flowing out of the hopper, which would be impossible if anything had loaded the chunk. Avery tells us exactly this. Nothing came through. Not to mention, the blocks are still in the same position Avery placed them to plug the hole. Now that he's shaken off whatever was following him, Avery sails back, presumably to find the intersection points of the signs. But before he does that, he opens up chat and says this. Something is here. What? How? Why is Avery saying that? Why isn't he sending it in chat?
Bro.
What did he see? I don't know if it can hear me. But I'm not taking any chances. The grass block. When Avery left the chunk, he didn't just set one trap for the entity, he set two. Without mentioning anything to us, he placed a grass block next to a block of dirt. In Minecraft, grass can't spread if the chunk isn't loaded. The only way that this block is now grass is if something other than Avery loaded this chunk.
But what if it loaded as he was running?
But my gut says to keep moving.
But like, what if it grew as he like was running?
Maybe I am scared.
I'd be scared. I'd be scared shitless, dude. I'm eating garden salsa flavored sun chips. Are they good? Is it yummy? How you doing, John Aiden? How you doing, bro?
The other sign was pointed head on.
I failed you so many times.
Is this copyright? If I just talk over it, will it what? What's your favorite chip flavor? My favorite chip flavor? Ooh, shit. Oh my god. That's a good question. That's a great question. Either sour cream or Cool Ranch Doritos. What's up, Zastra? How you doing?
Avery
How y'all
walks
doing, man?
through a tunnel which quickly turns into a maze. And slowly but surely, dead end after dead end,
Okay, I wish you luck. Yeah, good luck, bro.
Avery
Hey, good luck.
navigates through it.
Good luck on the song. My favorite chip is pizza flavored Pringles. That is a good choice. That is a good ass choice. That's a great choice. Like, oh my lord. At least he's placing blocks to know that to know where he's going.
Avery is clearly smart.
Pringles
Smart
are so
enough to
fucking
set a
seasoned,
trap
that's not funny.
and smart
You're
enough
so
to set
real.
a backup. But whatever this thing is that's following him, it's smart too. Smart enough to block up the tunnel it entered from. Smart enough to refill the hopper with items after loading the chunk. Smart enough to hide its presence. This world seems to be guiding Avery somewhere. The whispers in
I
this
love these
tunnel
ones. Hold on, check
coercing
the
him.
Discord. Oh! Lay's flamin' hot fingernails. Are we for real right now? On God. Fingernail flavored Lays. You are actually tripping. You are losing your mind. Lordy. Cam is lagging? No, we're not.
Him to enter the cave. The signs pointing to the secret entrance under the tree. Whatever this world is, it's leading Avery. But to what?
Not for me.
We don't know. All we do know is that he isn't alone. And finally, Avery exits the maze into another giant
So,
room with what looks
Pringles
like a
are so
cipher
fucking
above a
flavored
door
that your
with
local
3
Chipotle
levers
worker will
right
be
in front of it.
trembling.
Avery stares
Chipotle
up at
does
it,
season
says
their
he'll
stuff
need
a
a
lot.
pen and paper, and blocks up the tunnel where he came from. The footage
Can you real quick
ends
go
with
into
him
full
staring
camera view
up
and
at
look
the code,
straight at the camera?
deep in
Yeah.
thought.
Is that good? Do you want me to get rid of that? Watch. Good? We chilling? Got what you need? Fat fuck. Alright. Alright.
From what I can see, the code atop the doorway looks something like this. It doesn't immediately remind me of anything, and plugging it into a cipher decoder gives me no ideas either. Running each of the candidate ciphers just gives gibberish every single time. Whatever this code is, there's unfortunately no way that I, or Avery, can solve it. The second half of the footage picks up with 17 minutes of just staring at the wall. And then he gets it. Okay, I guess it was
How did he
solvable.
get it?
Avery says it's a good poem, but doesn't actually reveal what it said, only that it uses cipher stacking, a technique where 2 ciphers are layered one on top of the other to make a code almost undecipherable. How Avery actually solved it with a pen and paper is beyond me, but the puzzle isn't over yet. There's still this gate.
Yo,
which
put me in
Avery's
front of that wall for like 5 days straight and I will not be able to solve it.
suspects
Avery's
is
just
some
too
sort
smart,
of
bro.
combination lock. But instead of a pen and paper, his solution this time is a bit more, how do I put this, efficient.
It says, Bit Kev eats a salad. Big Kev is now little Kev. Goodbye, Big Kev. All right. Bro. This music ain't bad. What are you talking about?
And with that, he's... Wait.
It's just Minecraft music.
Durlord 3? For the first time in this footage, Avery's censor bar lingers for just a second too short, and we get a glimpse of the name. This isn't Avery's name.
Check Discord again. All right. What in the fuck? Yeah, but like it's just normal music. It's stupid Zoe core. Lordy, what? What the fuck is this, man? Bro. Dog. We are not
This
real.
isn't
we are not
Avery's
for real.
skin. Maybe the reason that we got two different stories about where this world came from is because the player we've been watching this entire time isn't Avery at all. But if that's the case, then who is this? The world at the beginning is clearly the same one that Avery was playing on. So what's going on here? If it is Avery on an alt account, why the conflicting stories in the description and the document? And if it's not Avery, then who is this other person, and why are they claiming that this is their world they found? I genuinely just don't know, but the only way to find out is to keep watching, as Durlord walks through the tunnel after the puzzle and finds himself in the village.
So is Durlord Avery or someone else? Or is just big I am stupid? Hey, fuck you, Brian. You're stupid. I just totally, you know what? Never mind. I'm an idiot, Brian. Don't listen to me. I don't want you saying whatever I just said to me later because I'm stupid. I'm stupid. Just stop. I'm stupid. Just stop. This is kind of sick. This is where I'd choose for a Minecraft house, to be honest. This is where I'd actually choose for a Minecraft house. Yo, these houses are actually kind of sick. I'm trying to pay attention to everything now because there's apparently like subtle things that you gotta like pay attention to. Like, I'm just trying to, you know. Avery's smart as shit, dude. So, you know, I'll let him figure it out. But why aren't you real? What does that even mean? Oh, look at that. It's like the back rooms, for real. It's like the back rooms.
It's empty.
Now look at the corner.
This village
never
is
mind.
strange.
I lied.
It's
I
clearly
lied, I'm sorry.
abandoned if the cobwebs and literal holes in the roof didn't make that obvious, and all the chests and containers have nothing inside of them. There's also an interesting amount of yellow in the carpets, beds, and flooring, but
Someone peed
wherever
the bed, bro.
Durlord looks,
Someone
he
peed
can't
the
find
bed, bro.
anything of interest. No lead on where to go or what to
It
do
was me,
from
I'm
here.
sorry.
The fountain and statue in the town center is by far the most eye-catching decoration location here, but like we can see, it too is empty. There's no path to take from there. So is this the final area then? The final answer to what's been going on with this world and what's been following him? I'm not sure, and clearly Durlord isn't either, since he keeps looking around for anything out of the ordinary, anything that might give him a clue of where to look next.
I'm trying to look myself, bro. I want to find it before the video. He sees something. Wait, that's smart. Turning down the FOV to zoom in. Wait, that's kind of smart. I wouldn't think of that in a million years, bro. Am I dumb for that? Check the Discord. What? There's nothing in the Discord. What? What am I checking the Discord? I already seen this. That's your... Bro, I already looked at that. I'm banning you. You got baited. You're banned too. You're never allowed back here ever again. If you come back here, I'm gonna sprinkle salt in your cereal. Wait. Yo. Check Discord. Actually, it's actually for real. Okay. Dog. Alright, yeah. What? Do you think you've made a really cool... Yes, of course. I like all my fans. I like all my fans. I love my community. Oh, it's a trapdoor! I will love my community until the day I retire. What do you mean you like your fans? I mean, I like my fans. I'm a fan of my fans. Because in reality, I wouldn't make it anywhere without, you know, people. I do love all the memes, yes. I wouldn't make it anywhere without people that watch me. But on that same note, I wouldn't want to do something I don't want to do just for people to watch me. So that's just on top of that. Because like then it just becomes
I hate
work.
it here. These idiots are insufferable. They think that devotion will save them. Rest assured, it will not. Not that it will do them any good to believe that anyway. The ones who realized it pretend they didn't. But it doesn't help that there are some of them who truly believe they'll be saved. The king is coming, Maya. If anything, I wager that their king is already here. It's watching me write this. I don't particularly care. I just want this to be done with.
If
The
I
sooner
wanted...
can leave, the
Hold on,
better.
let me... If I'm just doing what I love, like, I would get a job if I really like needed to pay bills, I would get a job. Like this this isn't a job. Like, I need a I job to pay bills, yeah. If this, I want this to pay my bills, but if I don't enjoy doing this, it's just like a job. I might as well just get a job. But like, I do enjoy doing this. So, you know what I mean? But like, yeah, if I really needed to pay bills like that bad, I just get a job. I just get a full-time job. But I would rather this be a full-time job. Check the Discord. I sent a food pic. Dear Lord! Oh my God! Yo, give me that right now! Dear Lord!
He's arrived. I don't know why anyone is surprised to find that out. This is exactly what they were hoping for. I'm going. I'm leaving this here in the rare case someone finds it. If you have found this, I implore you, turn back, disconnect, forget about this world. It's not for you. If you've come here, you must be curious. I know you must want to continue onwards. So I know that this is a heavy ask, but please, do not go any further. For your own good, do not.
You hear that? You hear that? Did you hear that? Don't go down there. How much time left in the video? We got 10, not even 10 minutes. We got 8 minutes. Do you like the pickle relish sauce? No. No, I wouldn't. Bro, the book said disconnect, turn back. Disconnect and fucking turn back, man. Turn back, bro. Oh, the sunset's pretty. Sorry. Sunset purdy. I have a liter of it. What are you gonna drink it? Can I have it? Just kidding. It said, wait. We'll see. I was planning on streaming extra today anyway. It said in the book, don't turn left at the crossroad. Don't turn left. Do not turn left. He's gonna turn left. Why was there a cut? Did y'all see the cut? Did y'all see the cut? I'm smart. I'm smart. Yo, I saw the cut. I saw the cut. He turned left. Fuck. Bro turned left. What is that? Just straight up darkness. Not even black concrete is that dark in the game. I don't think so, at least. Hey Kev, you have better fans than you did before rest now. Do you mean right now? Yeah, I think I'm in my prime. Not my prime. I think y'all are like, oh, he stepped on the darkness and he's cooked. Why does he have a directional block? Or like, I don't know, it just had arrows. But I like my fans right now, for real. Hold up. I'm too interested. What is going on? I don't like this, bro. I don't like this, man. It's scary, dude. I don't like this, dude. Two big ass doors. Scary though. What is that? What's behind the sensor bar? He turned left, bro. He regretted it. He turned left. You shouldn't have fucking turned left, dog. Why'd you turn left? Oh, hey, look. It looks like a normal Minecraft cave. Yo, why is he trying to get away so quick? What did he say?
Whatever you do at the crossroads, don't turn left. Don't be fooled. It's listening. You can't outsmart it. It's listening to me. It's watching me. It isn't from this world. At the crossroads,
He wrote
don't
himself.
turn left. At the crossroads, don't turn left. At the crossroads, don't turn left. At the crossroads, don't turn left. And the footage ends. Right there. Durlord was the person who wrote the book in Avery's world. How? It shouldn't even be possible that the tunnel led him back to that mine. Durlord found this world on his computer, and Avery found Durlord's old laptop in the storage locker and has been playing on it ever since. But what is this world? What was following Durlord in this footage? And most importantly, what was behind those gates? I didn't put that sensor bar there. That was in the original footage. Whatever is behind that black square was enough to drive probably the smartest protagonist I've ever seen into running for his life. Something that a whole village of people was trying to summon. Something that this entire
Have you ever watched
world has been
Petscop?
hiding.
Petscop?
A king?
No.
What does that even mean? I don't know what to tell you, but I can tell you one thing. The code at the end of the book, now with this footage, we can solve it. Each number corresponds to one slot in Durlord's inventory. 1 here and 36 here. Take the first letter of each item, or whatever number is indicated after the dash. From that, we can get this. Run Avery. It's here. Durlord was giving one last warning, hoping that whatever
What?
was following him wouldn't see. But how? How would he possibly know that Avery would find this world? There's no way for him to know who Avery even is. Whatever he saw behind those doors, whatever he knows about this world now, we may never understand. But one thing is certain. Whatever was coming for him is coming for Avery next. This isn't over.
What? Dog. There's a part 2. 2 hours? Hell nah. Yo, what? That is sick. What? Bro. Yeah, nah, I'm not watching that 2-hour long video, man. Nah, bro, I'm good. Yo. Nah. That's crazy. Look up Petscop. Check the Discord and check out. Hold on. Everyone. Good lord. Good lord. I'd fuck that shit up right now. I'd fuck that shit up. Nah, I fucked that shit up. Petscop? This? This, and then I gotta check Screamboat Willie. What is it on Steam? Why did I wishlist a free game?
I won't let you escape.
Not all games with mixed reviews are bad. Ugh, what the fuck is that? I'll think about it, bro. Let me think about it. And if not, I'll definitely play it next stream. Cause like, what the hell, man? This? Crypto miner alert? What? Don't trust the length, it's glitched. But like, it's a 2-hour video, bro. This video usually... What? Oh, my bad. This isn't the channel you're talking about? Go to the oldest. This? It just went from an hour to 9 minutes. Play Screamboat Willie. I'm checking it out. I don't know, bro. I don't know. It looks scary, bro. It looks scary.
Alright, so, this is just to, prove to you that I'm not lying about this game that I found. I'm just gonna walk you through everything that I've seen so far. And, obviously it'll be exactly as I described it, because this is it.
You can't play this game? Why?
And the first level is over here. I'm just gonna keep going a bit here so you can see that the game is apparently unfinished because there's nothing over here. So I'm just gonna show you the one and only level. This actually is not the interesting part, but I'm just gonna show you, I'm gonna walk you through all of this so you can see that this is exactly what I described.
I don't know if I'm gonna play Screamboat Willie today, but I definitely want to. Like, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Oh no, I'm like losing my mind over here. Accurate Battleground. Yeah, I actually can play that. I actually can, and I will play it this stream.
So, the first pet is in this room.
How to squeeze a human being through a 5-inch hole?
And, first thing you gotta do here is, let her out of her cage, and she just moves to the other one.
What?
And then
I want to watch that. That's interesting.
do that. Take the money here. And then actually you go over here and she just does that. But if you do this, if you lock yourself in here, then you just Ember will just run over there. So once you're in here, actually you can find a little place here to walk to the other side.
What is this though?
So that's that. And so there's another pit over here. I can't catch this one. I've tried. This is always what happens. So I don't know what's up with that one. So
I wanna watch whatever the hell this is.
Pets that you've
It's a
collected.
horror web
you
series,
caught.
but like this doesn't look like no horror.
Alright, so second one here is sort of a music one. The idea here is you have to get your clone over there to overlap with it. I'll just cut to the chase. You just set this to, what is it? 7. And, just like that. I don't totally get that one.
What is...
Alright, so this one's kind of interesting. So the idea is if you run over here to catch the flower here, then you'll just get rained on. What you're supposed to do is, whenever the flower comes over here, you notice, always comes to that exact spot over there, which you can get this bucket. To that exact spot. At the spot? Yeah. And then that happens, and you can just catch them both that way.
Huh.
So, yeah, that's it for the... Actually, that's everything. That's every single pet here that I've been able to catch. So, now I'm going to show you the part that's actually interesting.
I finished this song,
Alright,
but
so
you
I still
almost
can't
like
catch
hated it.
this guy.
Did,
The reason we're here is because in the note that came with this, which is short, the first line in all capital letters, I'm going to read it. It says,
it was taking a
I
shower,
walked
bro.
downstairs,
Literally,
and when I got
just
to the bottom,
don't, bro. Showering
instead of
is
proceeding,
like,
turned the right.
bro. I
became a
don't shower,
shadow
bro.
monster man. Below that,
Christmas
the
is like a shower
June
from now.
13th, 1997.
Shower like
For you,
once a year,
colon.
bro.
Please go to my website on the
Like for
sticker,
real.
and also go to Ronith's room
Lock in.
and press start.
What? What do you mean? Gotta hear the notes.
For you, and to the bottom as the pet here that I've been able to catch. So now I'm gonna show you the part that's actually interesting.
Let's stop talking. Goodbye. What? Why you gotta stop talking? What?
Alright, so I still can't catch this guy. The reason we're here is because in the note that came with this, which is short, the first line in all capital letters, I'm gonna read it. It says, I walked downstairs, and when I got to the bottom, instead of proceeding, I turned the right and became a shadow monster man. Below that, a date, June 13th, 1997. For you, colon. Please go to my website on the sticker, and also go to Ronith's room, and press start, and press down, 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 right, start. So I happen to know that this is Ronith's room, because it works, so I go here. I'm just gonna do this now. So what is it? Down, 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 right, start. Alright? So you can see that it accepted it and the music stopped. I'm just gonna go out this way here. So, it appears to be the same, except when I actually leave here, it'll be a little bit different.
Wait. Wait. You don't see it, but I see it on my second monitor. I don't... Do y'all see the face? I don't see it here.
Alright?
I saw it on my second monitor, though. How do I brighten it? I see it on my second monitor. I see it.
Alright?
Take a screenshot. Yeah, go ahead. I think it's because I have an OLED. It's because I have an OLED monitor. Like... Bored, pink at bored, or locked in. Definitely locked in. Yeah. Yeah. Hold up. I'll play Totally Accurate Battlegrounds or whatever or whatnot. Give this video like a couple minutes. It's that thing? How odd.
So there's nothing out here, as far as I've seen. But actually, I think there is something out here. I just haven't seen it yet. Because it sure seems like, in this note here, it sure seems like, right, I'm supposed to come out here and look at something. I haven't found anything yet, but I'm thinking if I just keep walking around here, I'm going to find something eventually. I
Why did it just stop? Nah, I'm scared.
Hey, so I was talking about how I couldn't find anything out here. Well, I just found this. And, out here? I yet, but I'm thinking if I just keep walking around here, I'm gonna find something eventually. Hey, so I was talking about how I couldn't find anything out here. Well, I just found this. And, last time I came out here, I was walking around in this space here for over an hour. And this time I find this in less than 15 minutes. So, this is just luck that I happen to find this. And, I think if I were to restart my console right now, I would not be able to find this again. Probably, because I don't remember what I did. You know, all the directions that I went. So, so I'm kind of scared to, you know, I want to keep the console on until I figure this out. The situation is that I cannot open this door. I probably can open the door, but I don't know what to do. So, I thought I would just slip this in at the end. If you think you saw something that might provide a clue, please let me know. Alright, that's it.
God damn. Alright, let me hop on Totally Accurate battle. Whoa! Alright, yeah, hold on. Let me explain. I was looking up bunny, right? I was trying to look up Easter. Right? Yeah. It's alright. Let me hold on. It's not mine. No recorded activity. And it says from Steam. Here, let me click on it. I don't know if it has stuff. It says from your Steam family library. It's not me. 26 minutes recorded played total. I'm explaining myself. That is not me. All right? Okay, as long as we got that settled. Oh. Yo. 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 He's trying to get me in trouble, bro. What do you mean you clicked? Huh? There was nothing there. Dog. There was nothing on there. If I wanted to play it, I would have just played it. If I wanted to see it, I would have just played it. You clicked. I didn't open the game. What? Hold on. Wait a minute. Know what I'm gonna use for this? Monkey King. Yeah, baby. And then Samurai. Easy game. Dear Lord, they're gonna get messed up. Bro, they're just gone. Wait, can I click to play as them? Oh, I can. Easy. Bro, wait, why are there's catapults? Wait. Wait, how do... Ah! He dead. GG. Easy! Yo, if I'm playing this, it's easy as hell. Playing as the character. What am I? Hello? Why do I keep going down? What the hell was that? Halfling. Wait. Easy! When we watch Petscope 2, I can watch that tomorrow. You know what I want to see? You know what I want to see? And you know what? I kind of want to see it now. I want to see this. Cause
Imagine you're a deep sea welder.
I've seen it. Like, I've seen what happened. But, like, I don't know, bro. I've heard of it, I should say. I should say I've heard of it. I've heard of it, and it just... If this guy's explaining it, it's kind of interesting, and I kind of want to see it.
Imagine you're a deep sea welder.
Actually, I'm about to go to sleep. Definitely a different stream. So... Like, if you are going to bed, I won't keep you awake. I won't keep you awake. So yeah.
It's 4 a.m. You're sleeping peacefully on your bunk when you're suddenly woken up by a ringing telephone.
If you had to pick, would you pick
answer
Furry
it.
Feet or Bunny Game? Bunny Game. What? Okay. Not Furry Feet. What? No. Okay, wait, bad. Okay. Wait. Yo. I did not.
In a daze, and it's your boss screaming at you to come to the deck immediately and bring a blowtorch. Some kind of problem with the decompression chamber. So you rush out of the room, grab your acetylene.
Wait, I wasn't listening.
Imagine you're a deep sea welder. It's 4 a.m. You're sleeping peacefully on
Deep
your
sea
bunk. When you're
welders.
suddenly
Yo,
woken
if
up.
you're a deep sea welder, I'm not on your level. I am never going to be on your level.
By a ringing telephone. You answer it in a daze, and it's your boss screaming at you to come to the deck immediately and bring a blowtorch. Some kind of problem with the decompression chamber. So you rush out of the room, grab your acetylene torch, and head to the deck, where you find crew members rushing around panicked everywhere. You look off to one side and you see a crew member named Billy laid out on the deck, motionless. He's flanked by 2 personnel doing CPR, and in the other direction you see another crew member named Martin. He's writhing on the ground in agony as a medic tightens a tourniquet on his leg. But before you can figure out what happened to them, you hear the sound of your boss screaming at you from the side of the decompression chamber. A hatch needs to be cut open immediately. So you run over there, your heart pounding in your chest, and you realize as you get closer that there's a giant smudge around the hatch. In fact, it's blood.
Ugh!
Lots of blood. Your foot slips as you're running, and you look back to see that you stepped on something that kind of looks like a slab of bacon. In fact, you have to slow down because your feet are sliding everywhere. The whole surface seems to be covered in some kind of grease and other stuff. Finally, you reach the stuck hatch and you light the torch to cut it open, but as you turn to the hatch, you see that it's stuck, with just slightly open, maybe a 5-inch crack in the door. And you glance inside the crack as you start to cut, and you lay eyes on one of the most horrific workplace accidents of all time. An event so disturbing people will still be talking about it 40 years later. That oil rig was the Byford Dolphin. They say when you go in the ocean, you re-enter the food chain. It's a foreign environment, one we're not adapted to or designed
Well, that
for,
was such a
and
happy,
that's more
like...
true the further down you go.
I was just happy, like...
The weight of the water puts crushing pressure on the body. But sometimes we gotta go down there. Our modern world has a surprisingly extensive undersea infrastructure. From offshore gas drilling to windmills to oil pipelines, undersea cables, there's a lot of stuff at the bottom of
Action. No, real. You cannot have an intro. Nah. I get it, yo. You want to be like, yo, happy go, like informational, like, yo, YouTuber type shit. But like, yo, it it was, dude. The intro, oh,
The sea that we all rely on.
Crazy,
and all of that needs to be maintained. In fact, it's especially vulnerable to the elements because it's in the ocean. But that maintenance has to be done by people.
Dear
People
Lord.
who take on a special risk by going down there. Think about how hard.
Oh my God, Caboose! Oh my God, Caboose! Caboose! Oh my God! Orko the Feared and Wraith Shark. How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing, man? Hey, welcome back. And Caboose, the main man of the raids all the time. Caboose, welcome back. Appreciate it. As always, I appreciate it. As always, I gotta move this out of the way so you can see this. We are okay. Since it got raided, I'm gonna let y'all in on something. We're watching this video. It's a workplace incident of an underwater welder, and I don't know what happened. And the title is "How to Squeeze a Human Being Through a 5-Inch Hole." So we're
This
having a
job
little bit of
is.
fun.
You're doing construction work, like welding, bolting, cutting, the kind of
Niche
stuff that would be a
Kev,
tough
should that be
job
my name?
on land, but you're doing it in the water.
what
In
people want,
basically a
Niche Kev.
spacesuit. At depths
For
too low for the
real.
sun to reach, so you're in total darkness. You're dragging
I'm covering his
massive
face.
cables along behind you the entire time, and the seafloor is constantly swirling dirt and mud around you, so visibility is less than zero sometimes. But on top of all of that, maybe the craziest thing about this job is that you have to live in a tiny chamber for 28 days while you're doing all that. It's
That
a
is
process known as saturation diving.
Awful. Oh my
So you've
God,
all
why is
heard
he
the
switching the
bends,
spots
right?
of
It's
it?
that
I gotta keep
condition
moving
that
my
divers can
camera
get if
around.
They ascend too quickly. Well, imagine if instead of going down 20 or 30 feet, you're going down 600 feet or even 2,000 feet. Like, how long would
Ah.
it take to decompress every time you came to the surface? Actually, you don't have to guess. I can tell you. It's a day for every 100 feet of depth. So, yeah, it's 600
A
feet.
day? I don't know what decompress. Okay, yeah. Am I dumb for not knowing what decompressing is? Like, I don't know how to decompress. Like, I mean, I'm not a underwater welder and I'm not a deep sea diver, so I don't really need to know. But yo, I just don't know.
You need 6 days to compress and decompress. According
You sit there and wait? Like, you go down that far, you go up a little bit and then wait?
to the internet, anyway. So you can think of it like a bottle of soda, right? So CO2 is added at high pressure, and it causes that to saturate into the water. Just like being underwater at high pressure causes gases to saturate into your blood. It's the same idea. But if you just release the pressure, then all those gases would come out of your blood. Bubbles would just form in your blood vessels. It would not be good. The trick is to turn the cap slowly, like really slowly, slow enough that bubbles just kind of don't form. The gas just sort of easily comes out of the solution. So if you're working down at the bottom of the ocean under those extreme pressures and you've got to go through a long decompression process every single time you come to the surface, a long and dangerous decompression
That looks awful. Yo, that looks awful to live in.
process for that matter, that's a lot of wasted time and a lot of extra risk you're taking on. Unless you just stay pressurized. That's why saturation divers have to live in these tiny decompression chambers for weeks at a time, often up to 28 days. The way it's usually done is there's a pressure chamber on the surface vessel that the crew lives in for, again, up to about 28 days. They take turns working 8-hour shifts down at the sea floor, which they ride down to in a diving bell, kind of like an underwater elevator. After their shift is over, they go back up in the diving bell, dock the diving bell to the pressurized living quarters, and then do what they call a TUP, or a transfer under pressure, into the living quarters. Once that's sealed, the crew can then detach the diving bell for servicing. Although in some cases they do just kind of stay at the bottom of the ocean in a deep sea habitat. Okay, so just to put this pressure in perspective, think about how your ears pop when you're ascending or descending on a plane. So they pressurize planes to be at about the same as 8,000 feet of elevation. That's about 0.74
Dear
atmospheres.
Lord.
So that difference that you're feeling is between 1 atmosphere and 0.74 atmosphere. It's literally a quarter of an atmosphere difference. Saturation divers go from 1 atmosphere up to 19 atmospheres. Some even higher than that. The deepest saturation dive was done in 1992 by a company that was kind of researching the limits of this. They sent a diver to
Oh my God.
2,300
I'm just
feet
gonna
of
keep
depth.
it here.
That equaled 71.1 atmospheres of pressure. This is still the deepest saturation dive of all time and the most pressure any human being has ever experienced.
Holy
Oh, by the way,
shit.
the air that they breathe in those tanks, it's not just oxygen, it's actually what they call trimix. It's a mixture of oxygen,
I've heard of
nitrogen,
that.
and helium. Helium because it's inert, so it doesn't react to anything, and it's also very low density, which makes it easier to breathe under pressure.
I'll put my
But
face
being
over
that
his.
it's helium, it does have the expected side effects of breathing helium. That combined with the fact that sound just kind of works differently under higher pressures means that these people, some of the most badass construction workers on the planet, people doing construction work on the bottom of the ocean, are talking back and forth to each other, sounding like this.
Hello, hello. Well, it's the 19th of December.
What? No way! My bad, Cooper. I got caught up in a video.
Anyway, I hope that gave you
After
a
this
smile,
video, I
because
am dough.
the rest of this video is horrifying. The Byford Dolphin
rest
was
of this
drilling
video
in a
is
gas
horrifying.
field in the North Sea on November 5th, 1983. There were 4 divers total, including 2 British divers, Edwin Arthur Coward and Roy P. Lucas, and 2 Norwegian divers, Bjorn Bergeson and Truls
Just so
Hellevik.
y'all see
The
it.
depth that they were diving required that they be pressurized to 9 atmospheres, and they worked in shifts, with the British crew going down together while the Norwegians rested, and then vice versa. In the early morning hours of November 5th, Coward and Lucas were resting in their sleeping chamber, which in diagrams is chamber 2. Bergeson and Hellevik had just come back up to the decompression chamber after finishing their 8-hour shift, which actually ran a few hours over. Once at the surface, they docked the diving bell to the decompression chamber with the help of 2 dive tenders, William
There's
Crammond
2
and
bots in
Martin
here?
Saunders.
No, there's not.
The way it works is that they dock to a trunk.
What do you
that kinda
mean?
sticks out from the pressure chamber. It's kind of like an airlock in space terms, but once that connection is sealed, the trunk is then pressurized.
This story is literally like, dude, I've only seen a little bit, dude. It's crazy, dude. What? They're not bots, bro. Wraith Shark and Orko bro, they're not bots. Yo, no, they're not. They're not bots. No, they're not. They're not. They're not. I promise. I promise they're not. Nah, they came here from a raid. Nah. Nah, he human. He human. I promise.
To 9 atmospheres. Then the crew can crawl across the tunnel. This is that transfer under pressure that I was talking about. They open the hatch to get into the pressure chamber, climb in, reseal the hatch, and then the dive tenders depressurize the trunk and detach the diving bell. Now, this was something that they did all the time, day after day, but on this particular day, something went wrong. What exactly happened has never been fully understood, though one of the crew did get the brunt of the blame, possibly unfairly. I'll get to that in a minute. Some say it may have been a communication issue because
I'm too dumb to be AI. Hey, don't put yourself down like that.
of the stormy conditions that day, but basically what happened is this. Bergeson had entered the chamber first and stood on the opposite side of the chamber while Hellevik was in the process of closing the hatch. But just before the hatch was fully closed, one of the dive tenders opened the clamp to free the tunnel from the diving bell. Again, we don't know if it was a communication issue or...
Was Wraith Shark here when I was Joffin? Was he actually? That's gonna live with me forever, my name change.
Mistake brought about by tiredness and fatigue, but when that clamp was loosened, the pressure shot out of that chamber. Just in case you're wondering.
That was a while ago. Hold on, wait.
The diving bell. Again, we don't know if it was a communication issue or a mistake brought about by clamp to free process.
Wait, so...
Some say it may have been a communication issue because of the stormy conditions that day, but basically what happened is this. Bergeson had entered the chamber first and stood on the opposite side of the chamber while Hellevik was in the process of closing the hatch. But just before the hatch was fully closed, one of the dive tenders opened the clamp to free the tunnel from the diving bell. Again, we don't know if it was a communication issue or a mistake brought about by tiredness and fatigue, but when that clamp was loosened, the pressure shot out of that chamber. Just in case you're wondering how powerful 9 atmospheres of pressure can be, the diving bell weighed 80,000 pounds.
Holy shit.
This sent it flying across the platform. That diving bell smashed into Crammond and Saunders with the force of a semi-truck at full speed. Crammond held on long enough for the helicopter to rescue him and pick him up, but he died on the way to the hospital. Saunders managed to survive but suffered multiple extensive injuries, including a broken back and a broken neck. He was actually the only survivor of the Byford Dolphin incident, because the 4 guys inside the chambers... Well, this is where things get really grisly. I would give you a content warning and ask you to skip ahead, but let's be honest, if you clicked on this video, this is the part that you came here for. Freaks. Coward, Lucas...
Freaks! This video is like
Bergeson just
14 more minutes long.
Actually, Bergerson dropped dead because he was standing when it happened. Coward and Lucas were actually in their beds, probably asleep, so they just died. That's what it looked like from the outside, anyway. They just stopped breathing and maybe got a little puffy because instantaneously nitrogen and other gases just surged out of their blood and tissues like a Mentos and Diet Coke. Their blood literally boiled inside of them. In less than a second, there were bubbles filling every inch of their bodies. Blood circulation obviously was impossible, and their bodies just stopped functioning.
Damn.
Like, if you want to try to imagine what that would be like, you might think it would be like suffocating because no blood can get to your brain. Like you might have a brief moment of panic as you become conscious of what's happening. But here's the thing.
Might want to put on Subway
Their brains were
servers.
boiling too. So they weren't aware of anything. It was just over.
At least it was painless, though, right? At least it was like a painless death. Like
the
it was
report
just
talked about how this
immediate.
degassing of their blood also kind of solidified lipids and fats in their bodies. And they explain it like this. Quote, in the cardiac chambers and the great vessels around the heart, both arteries and veins, large amounts of free fats were found. This fat was mixed with gas bubbles and looked like sizzling butter in a frying pan.
Instant.
That's horrible.
Okay.
But as horrible as that sounds,
So yeah, all right.
it's what happened to the fourth diver that's made the Byford Dolphin incident so memorable.
Okay, instant. All right, that's good then.
As I was saying before, Hillovic was in the process of closing the hatch when this decompression happened. The hatch itself is 60 centimeters, or about 2 feet in diameter.
What?
But it was most of the way closed when it happened, leaving about a 5-inch gap.
5 inches. That's about like this. No, I'm playing. No, hold on, I'm playing. That was actually that. I think it's about like this big. Yo, this big of a gap. I'm not fitting through that shit, dude. 5? Is this like 5? 5 inches is half my penis. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Nah.
5-inch gap that Hillovic was standing right in front of. So remember how I was saying that the force was strong enough to throw an 80,000-pound steel diving bell like it's a rag doll? Well, there was that much force, then there was Hillovic, and then there was a 5-inch gap. It literally fired him out of the decompression chamber like a cannon. And he didn't go through smoothly either. To get much more grotesque, his body basically was pushed up against that gap in the door, which was right in front of his abdomen, and the pressure then pushed through his body, sending his abdominal organs flying through the hole. And then the rest of his body folded in half backwards and just got shredded through there. Only everything that I just said happened in a span of microseconds. From an outside perspective, there was just an explosion of body parts that covered the deck of the platform. One body part that they couldn't even
That is insane.
figure out what it was found 10 feet above the decompression chamber. It took 4 body bags to collect all of his remains.
Wow. 4 body bags. Wow. Dude, in microseconds, you get flung like... Wow. Bro, I can't even think about that.
And the investigators still didn't think they got all of it. Now, you might be noticing that I'm not using any actual pictures of the event in this video, and no, I'm not, for all the obvious reasons, but I did use the autopsy report as a source. It is linked below. It's just as brutal as you think, so it is not for the squeamish.
I'm not going to click on that.
It literally just like, it literally...
I will, though, put it there, like in the chat. Nah, I don't know if I should even put it in the chat. I'm not going to click it because
really flayed him apart.
You know.
And because of the way his body folded, it kind of
I don't know if I can put it in the
him.
chat.
So yeah, there were like large chunks of skin laying around, including his face. It literally just ripped his face clean off. So it's easy to see why this accident has sort of imprinted itself on our collective psyches. It's gory, it's sensational.
It's so bad.
But for me, I don't know, man.
You know what? I'm gonna look at it. I can't show y'all, but I'm going to look at it. I'm gonna look at it and I'm gonna give a reaction. Was that an ant? Go away, ant. Autopsy report. Curiosity, bro. Curiosity did indeed get to me. The probable position of Diver 4 about to close the... Oh my god. This is how big the opening was. That is how big the opening was. Oh my god! Holy shit. Yeah, I can't show this. No, I actually can't show this. If you guys really want to look it up, look up Byford Dolphin Autopsy, and the first link, it's to archive. If you want to look it up, huge viewer discretion. Huge. Big Kev was never the same after the stream. No, but for real, dude, it's...
Just...
That's
It just-
bad.
It's that existential dread place for me, you know? Like the idea that 1 second you're there and then 1 second you're everywhere.
That's milliseconds, too. What I just saw, that's milliseconds. And you're just gone. Holy shit, dude.
Like, we don't think of our bodies as something that can just, like, instantly disintegrate like that. Like, did he even have time to know that something had gone wrong? Or was it just lights out? I don't know. Some people might say that's the best way to go, just immediate nothingness. But for me...
I don't want to look that... Yeah, don't... Yeah, I shouldn't have even said, like, look... I am...
I don't like thinking about this. Somebody paid for this, right? Well, I mentioned earlier that one of the divers took most of the blame for it. That diver was Billy Crammond. So yeah, Crammond is one of the dive tenders that was helping to secure the diving bell to the chamber as the crew performed their TUP. And he was the one that pulled the clamp before the chamber hatch had fully closed, which is a mistake he paid for with his life. So when the family...
Did that diving bell, like, I want to see how fast that thing flew.
And the governments and the companies behind it were looking for answers for what happened. It was pretty easy for them to just point the finger at him. The company behind it, by the way, was Comex. They were the ones that were operating the Byford Dolphin, and it was in the jurisdiction of the Norwegian government. It was part of their sea area. But yeah, most of the blame landed on Crammond, and in fact, so much hate was directed at Crammond that his widow, Ruth Crammond, had to move away from her home in Edinburgh. But of course, it's not that cut and dried. Obviously, the company wanted to wash their hands of the whole thing, and the easiest way to do that was just to direct all the blame at Crammond, because, you know, to take responsibility would cost them a lot of money.
I am never going to financially recover from this.
But the reality is the company did make decisions that contributed to this accident.
I didn't read it. I was just looking at the images. What's wrong with it? Like, are you asking, like, what? Like, what's wrong with the images?
And those decisions were...
Is that what you're asking? What's wrong with the images?
Because it turns out that this kind of accident was 100% preventable by a simple interlocking...
Know why it's bad? Because... Why it's bad? Like, why is it bad? Because a body got bent and, like, ripped through... Like, that's to say... Like, what happened to him is to say, like, something like his organs blew out of his like chest, like his stomach, chest region, his torso. It just flung straight out, and then bent his body backwards and flung that out. You know? Like,
mechanism that keeps the clamp from releasing until the hatch is closed.
Like, it wasn't even that big. The hole wasn't that big. It was like half of that.
And this wasn't some like fancy newfangled technology. In fact, regulations had been passed in 1982 that made these mandatory on saturation.
Yeah, it was probably a huge explosion.
And dive rig
sound.
But it only applied to new construction projects. The Byford Dolphin was kind of grandfathered in. So they didn't have to install it, but they could have, and they chose not to. At the same time, they were pushing these divers on longer and longer shifts. Industry standard was about 8-hour shifts, but Comex actually lobbied the Norwegian government to allow for longer shifts. This means the divers were working for as long as 14 to 18 hours at a time. So, yeah, I mean, of course they were exhausted and out of their minds at 4 a.m. in a roiling sea. It's almost like...
Why are we seeing this on an Easter day? I have no idea.
Working people way
Why are y'all watching on Easter?
Unsafe. But perhaps the real victims on all of this were the families of the 6 men involved. The Norwegian government did pay some compensation to the families of Bergersen and Helvik because they were Norwegian citizens. Saunders was granted a disability benefits through the UK, though I'm sure it didn't come close to replacing his income. It was the Coward Lucas and Cramen families that suffered the most. They were denied compensation from the company and the Norwegian government until 2009, when the North Sea Divers Alliance brought a lawsuit over the accident. That means their widows raised their children alone for 25 years on just a fraction of what they were expecting to live on. They finally did settle that 2009 lawsuit for an undisclosed amount. The money won't bring back what they lost, obviously, but at least the organizations involved finally took some responsibility. And yeah, Ruth Cramen was able to finally move back to Edinburgh with some measure of vindication. And thankfully, regulations are much tighter in the diving industry today, partly because of the Byford Dolphin incident.
Good.
I guess if there's an upside to horrifying...
Doesn't it suck, though, how, like, it takes an incident like that to happen for there to be restrictions and rules and, like, you know, like, laws that you have to follow? Like, to prioritize for, like, it doesn't suck. It has to, that scenario has to happen for new laws to be taken in effect and new, like, protocols to take. That's the word I'm looking for. Protocols. New protocols to go into effect. I want to go into the past and tell myself just... Yeah, I shouldn't have told anyone to search that up. That's, I'm sorry. That's my bad, and I actually apologize for that. I shouldn't have said anything.
Accidents is that they can actually lead to actual positive change because we're all just so horrified by it. The North Sea is now considered one of the safest places for divers, but no place is completely safe. Like, even with modern technology, deaths of commercial deep-sea divers are still reported every year. One of the most horrifying recent events happened in 2022 when 5 underwater well...
I'm not getting canceled. What am I getting canceled for?
...were sucked into an oil pipe off the coast of Trinidad. Yeah, the last man that got sucked into the pipe did manage to survive, but he was the only...
I saw that, too.
...survivor. The deaths of the other men have been blamed on criminal negligence by the fuel company. All of which might make you wonder why somebody would ever sign up to do a job so dangerous.
We're going to play Totally Accurate Battle Simulator after this.
Saturation divers are some of the highest paid construction jobs in the world. And rightfully so. Yet the British divers who were on the Byford Dolphin were making £2,000 per month. That's the equivalent of £14,000 today. Although they use euros now, so. But you want to hear what's really crazy? The number of commercial diving deaths is nowhere near the number of deaths from recreational diving. So 2018 is the last year that we have solid numbers for, and there were 55 recreational diving fatalities in the United States and Canada alone, 189 worldwide. The number of commercial diving fatalities in 2018? 6. At least the commercial divers are getting paid well. The recreational divers died just doing it for free. And most of them were in submerged caves. I will never understand why people go cave diving.
Real.
Although, to be fair, there are a lot more recreational divers and commercial saturation divers. Even if it does pay a lot of money, it's still one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. According to the North Sea Divers Alliance, between 1965 and 1990, there were 350 to 400 working saturation divers in the entire world. Out of that count, 56 of them died. That's a 1 in 7 ratio. But that's a risk that saturation divers are willing to take.
Shit.
Because the pay is good, sure, yeah, of course, but it's also important, challenging work, and some people love that kind of challenge, you know? It gives them a purpose. It takes a certain type of person to do this. I mean, these guys give off big astronaut energy.
Alright, he's just talking. I'm gonna stop it right there, but like that was a great video, but that is bad. Very bad. I'm done watching videos for today. I said I would play Totally Accurate Battle Simulator after this. This is I'm playing that for the rest of stream. Play the bunny game. No! 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 No. No, you're a freak. You're freaky. You're freaky. They don't call me Big Freaky Kev for nothing. What? Who calls me that? Man, who the fuck called me that? Yo. We're gonna try to finish the campaign. We gotta finish this. Wait. Yo. Easy. Easy. Wait, no. We're going to use the halflings. I want to play as one. Yo. Oh my lord! Oh my god, the halflings are getting cooked. The halflings are getting cooked. I forgot to change my stream to this game, and I'm kind of stupid for that. Y'all can call me stupid. Y'all can call me stupid. Stupid. Okay, yeah. I'm done talking. I'm done talking. Stupid. God damn, I didn't mean it. Nah, we are not winning this. Yo, we are not winning this. Yo, we are not. Yeah, no. You know what might beat it? Check it. The fencer. I'm gonna put this and then with a bunch of fencers. Is that good? Is that good? I don't care. This is good enough for me. I don't care. This is good enough for me. Why am I such an asshole thing to say? W, and one survived. Look at him. What a warrior. Look at the warrior right here. Holy shit. 5K. Halflings. You think halflings are going to work for this? I don't know if halflings are going to work for this, dude. But we're going to see. I want to draw a pretty picture. Wait. Hold on. No, I don't have enough. Fuck, wait, maybe. Yeah! Nice! There it is. Let's see if it win. Let's see if we win. Oh my god, he's shooting swarmed. BK stands for Big Kev. Yeah, not Burger King. Can you draw a D with troops next? Yes. Yes, absolutely I can. Yo, the halflings didn't win? Bro! What the hell? How do we not win? Dog. What's your favorite fast food franchise? Taco Bell. It's not finished. No. Wait, that actually looks pretty good. Sorry. I think I'm so fucking funny. This is good. We got it with the harvesters. Here we go. We got it with the harvesters. I want to play as one. I want to play as one. Let's get it. Let's go. Oos. Got him. Easy. I don't even think we lost one. Oh, we lost one. Rest in peace. What the hell? Yo, they think... Yo, they think they slick. Yo, they think they slick. Look at them. Look at them. They think they slick. And they know I caught them now. Alright, you know what I'm going to do about that? You know what I'm going to do about that? Absolutely demolish them with bone mages. You know what? No, 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 no. 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 Yeah, why are they on my side? They're cheating. They're low-key hacking. There we go. That's gonna win. It's gotta. Get in there! Break the... Oh my god, wait, there's a lot. I think we got it. I think we're gonna win. I think we're gonna win. Yeah, we definitely got that win. We definitely got that win. Celebrate early. Yeah. play Food Fighter Clicker? What is that? Hold on, let me win this battle right quick. What is Food Fighter? I'm not playing it, but I'll check it out.
I know. It's not fair. He tricked you. He tricked us.
No. Nah. That's big, Kev. Bro, you're getting banned. At least we won, though. At least we won, though. We're probably gonna do a few more levels. It's a bone mage. Yeah, put the halflings in there. What if we put 2 down here and 1 up here? GG's. Big Kev life sim. Alright. Okay. Do the ultimate double. Got him! How did we get him? Wait, he just whooped his ass. We actually won that? No shot. No actual shot we won that. No, no halflings this time. No halfling. No halflings. Kev, activate hardcore mode. If you lose a round, you end stream and you can't hop in the game. Okay. 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 For the rest... Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right, so we can't risk anything. For the rest of this stream, we are going to make it hardcore, and if I lose, I have to end the stream, okay? Let's do it. All right. And I can't lose first round. If I lose... Okay, wait, but I have to make a deal. If I lose this first round... If I lose this first round on the first try, then I get a double. I get a free one. Just on this one. But if the next round I start and I lose... And I just lose. But if I lose first try, first level of this, then I get another shot. Yeah, give me like a little... Oh, shit. Wait. Okay, wait. I do have to think it through. So it's all nights. This one counts? Okay. Okay. You alright, I got you. What's a berserker? You're right. You're right. I'm sorry. You're right. Okay, I'm sorry. The wheel cannon base thing? I can't. That costs 4,000. I know what you're going on about, the Da Vinci tank. I see where your head's at, and I understand. But I don't have enough money. The Jarl. Wait. I think I want the Jarl in there. Is that what it's pronounced? Jarl? Yeah, maybe. I think I want the Jarl in there. The Jarl just... I think the Jarl does wonders. And then... I want to put the Jarl. Okay. Okay. Maybe we'll put that, and then we'll do halflings in the front. You think a simple game can control you? Think it through. Okay. Once you click play, you either win or lose. That's real. No, it's just funny to think, like, if I lose, I have to end stream. I just think that's like a good little bet. Oh my god, I didn't mean to click play! Shit. Wait, please. Wait, please. No, don't lose, don't lose, don't lose. I trust the Jarl. 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 Oh god. No, 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 no! Come on, do it, do it, do it. Get him. While they're... Yes, Jarl. Yes, yes, Jarl. There we go. Come on, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't...